School is out for summer, but next fall brings big changes for some of Lawndale's brightest. Our furry loved ones have their special day. Our kids learn safe and healthy biking. Lawndale strikes a blow against cancer. And healthy living is more than a lifestyle, it's an extravaganza. These stories and more are coming your way as Lawndale Living begins right now. Hello and welcome to Lawndale Living, the show that features everything Lawndale. I'm your host, Anita Callett-Berry. Our first story shows how the children at Lucille Smith Elementary are learning about the importance of bicycle safety and healthy exercise through the school's annual bike rodeo. Our field correspondent, Amy Davis, was on hand to find out why.
I'm here at Lucille J. Smith Elementary School where they're hosting their 4th annual Bike Rodeo, an event designed to teach children the importance of bike safety and fitness.
This event, it's a way to continue our work with health and fitness, our focus on keeping our students active.
And it's just a lot of fun for the kids, and they learn about bike safety and courtesy on the road.
Driving through the streets of Lawndale, you see a lot of kids that aren't utilizing the helmet law or following it. And so one of the things that we really want our children here to learn is that you have to wear a helmet. It is the law.
There's little kids, people don't see them in traffic. It's very dangerous. But I have 2 kids as well, and I enforce they wear helmets. It's a struggle for my son, but I make sure if no helmet, no ride.
So if you're under 18, you must wear a helmet, and that's one of the qualifications to ride in the bike parade. You have to have a helmet in order to ride.
They're really excited. They can come up with a theme and they decorate their bikes.
So this year I got 1 day's notice to come up with what we were going to do. So I asked him, what do you want to be?
Well, we just came up with it, and so we did it.
So he wanted to be the Toyota driver that drove the Endeavor. So I thought it was pretty funny, and he liked it, so it was good.
I feel happy. I'm very happy about it for winning because I never won last year or the year before that.
It's good to get the message out to the kids and let them know that safety is very important when riding your bikes or scooters.
Always wear your helmet when you ride your bike. If you're a little kid, ride on the sidewalk, don't ride on the street. And always buckle your helmet strap.
All of us working together, we were able to come up with this fascinating event, and it keeps growing every year. It's so exciting to watch.
It's a great event, and the Sheriff's Department is proud to be a part of it.
We're hoping that more students every year join us and that it becomes part of their life. It's creating healthy habits, fun for the summer and fun for the family.
Health and safety extends to the whole community too. The city recently hosted its annual Health, Safety and Pet Fair to help educate and inform everyone, including our favorite 4-legged residents. Our Lawndale Living camera crew was there to catch the festivities.
This is one of our largest events of the summer. We get anywhere between 500 people to 1,000. It's a huge event. We contacted organizations from all across the South Bay. There's people here from Torrance, Gardena, as far as La Mirada. So we got a huge turnout from people from different cities.
I think it's great, and I think it's even greater that we can move back over to the Civic Center area here and enjoy not only the Civic Center area, but the grassy area and just the quality of this community center.
The turnout's fantastic. You know, it brings the community together. Events like this.
As you see, the Sheriff's Department has numerous things set up here. We have a motorsports car. We have our regular radio cars here. Right behind me over here, we have numerous equipment that we use.
We have a ton of booths here from different organizations. We try to be as comprehensive as possible. So we have people doing vision information. We have people here with hearing information, as well as some trailers testing glucose, blood sugar. We also have a lot of booths geared towards children to get some information out there, including Department of Social Services. So it's very comprehensive. We have a variety of booths. Everything is free with the exception of the food booth. So this is a great opportunity for those who are looking for affordable health care that may not know a lot about it. This is a great opportunity to visit different booths and get information to make a well-informed decision.
We're giving peanut butter, celery, raisins, healthy snacks, because there's a lot of kids here, you know, so they don't just get hopped up on the candy. A lot of snacks, healthy for them, because that's what we need, you know, they need to be healthy. It's a health fair.
We have a table of information for those seniors that they have questions regarding their Medicare and how they can be well informed about their options when it's the time for them to choose a Medicare plan.
We have free shoulder massages, as well as free consultations, and also brief spinal screenings. So anybody that we meet here, as well as the viewers, just mention that they met us here. We'll actually offer a free exam for all of those folks.
My wife and I had our eyes checked today and blood pressure. She had a dental exam. A lot of good services. If you can't afford to go to a doctor or have any insurance, it's good to come and have some things checked out.
And in addition, we're doing the pet fair aspect includes low-cost dog vaccinations and also dog licensing. So we have hundreds of people out here getting their dogs licensed and their pets vaccinated today.
Make sure you mark your calendars and look in the Lawndale and check our city website. We do this event every June, and it's normally the second or third weekend in June on Saturdays from 10 to 2. So if you missed out this year, no worries. We'll be back next year, bigger and better.
If you'd like to find out more about this or any of the other great upcoming events, you can give us a call at area code 310-973-3270. Another great healthy event held in cooperation with the Lawndale County Library, the Lawndale Elementary School District, and the Lawndale Chamber of Commerce is the Spring Extravaganza. Where else can you find fun, farm-fresh food, phytological friends, and fabulous folks featuring physical fitness,
Today is about celebrating the wonderful things that we're doing in our district in conjunction with our focus on health and wellness. So our RAP program, our after-school program, the wonderful things that they're doing, but also in celebrating Wednesday Farmers Market and our focus on keeping our kids active and healthy.
This is our 5th annual extravaganza. It's really exciting. We've reached 5 years of doing this on an annual basis, and the origin of us starting the event was seeing that we had an amazing community resource, a farmers market, right here in our civic center. It's turned into an amazing annual event, and it's expanded over the years to include not only the farmers market and the fruits and vegetables, but community programs like Masada Home and Family Services.
We are so thankful to have partnered with the school district. I think this is going on our 5th year in terms of the extravaganza. And our role today is just we have a booth to promote our summer reading program, which is coming up. So hopefully everybody in Lawndale will come in and sign up for that.
I feel real good about it, both as the counselor at the middle school and as a parent. And I also think this event, having it in conjunction with the library and stuff, I mean, we were talking about healthy living, but also at the center of learning for kids in the community. I think it's a great match, So it's a good event all around.
There is a booth that says student check-in, and the students are asked to check in at the booth, and they're given a passport. And every time they complete a certain task at a booth, they get a sticker, and at the end they get a ticket that says your teacher will reward you in some way. And my reward for my students today is no homework tomorrow. So they are very motivated to be here right now.
I think it's really cool that all these schools are culminating in one little festival.
We were providing little gift bags with recipe books. Those were prizes, but first and foremost, we were giving them healthy snacks. So we gave them a juice spritzer, which is a replacement for soda, 2 cups juice, 2 cups soda water, or mineral water, whatever you'd like to call it, and some fresh fruit. Besides that, we also gave them grape kebabs, the Harvest of the Month, which is a program that we run.
is going through till June this year, and it's the last one of this academic year, and it's grapes and cantaloupe. So we were providing that to expose the parents and the children to it a little ahead.
You have different kinds of food every month, like vegetable or fruit every month, and you gotta try it. I really like broccoli, carrots, cauliflower. The last one I just had was a strawberry shortcake, and it was good. It's really important to be healthy and to participate in things and volunteer and live a healthy life.
It teaches these kids how to eat, how to exercise, how to live. I mean, it's good for these kids.
We have to move to get rid of what we eat. And so it's very important just showing the kids, showing everybody that moving is a big part of feeling good, staying out of the hospital, just moving in general is just awesome.
As I said, I teach for the city of Lawndale, and line dancing is a part of exercising. Not only do you exercise your body, but you also exercise your mind, because you have to remember which step is next.
Today we're just promoting healthy living and like entertaining people around the farmers market.
Saying hi and being friendly.
We can see the difference, number one, with our kids. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing when they can articulate it for themselves, and then we know that we're being an agent of change.
Our kids and our teachers, our staff, we take to heart what it means to be healthy and fit. Everything in moderation, but also our kids are living their life thinking about making better choices. And they're not feeling deprived, but they're sharing with family.
I eat junk once in a while, but yeah, mostly healthy food.
I think it's the greatest example of leadership when kids are in the forefront. It leaves no excuse for the adults. If the young people can do it, then so can the adults.
The Lawndale Chamber of Commerce and the city recently held the annual State of the City address. Once again, Mayor Harold Hoffman delivered the address to a full house of dignitaries, business leaders, and residents. Our field correspondent Mary Dawson files this report.
I'm at the Lawndale Community Center for the State of the City event, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. Today, Mayor Harold Hoffman will be giving the annual State of the City address. In his speech, Mayor Hoffman will reflect on the year's past achievements and on the futures and goals for the city.
Welcome to the city of Lawndale. It is with pride that I stand here year after year to speak to you about the happenings of this community. The residents, businesses, staff, and council work together to make Lawndale a clean and a safe place to live. Everything we do isn't just frivolous. We are actually a group of people that are interested in the city of Lawndale and our citizens. We're concerned with how we're spending their money, what we are producing for not just year 2013, but years to come, which this is going to be here many years from now. I think Lawndale deserves the best.
The people of Lawndale can leave this event with a prosperous view of their beautiful city. Reporting for Lawndale Living, I'm Mary Dawson.
Our local high schools continue to pursue academic excellence, and Environmental Charter High School is excelling in placing our talented students in top educational institutions, including many Division I schools and even Ivy League universities. Our Lawndale Living camera crew managed to catch up with these future movers and shakers.
As I found out more about the programs that Environmental Charter School offered, like College Match and more college preparatory programs, I decided to push myself more to get to where I am now.
It's definitely helped me because they offer a lot of college prep programs. As soon as you're a freshman, they kind of put you in college prep programs like Avid, and then as you move up, they become a lot more college focused. And even when you're a senior, they still help you, whether it's about financial aid or how you're going to pay for college. So they definitely prepare you for that.
The teachers, they actually have this one-on-one concept that you can ask them anything and you don't have to be afraid. I was actually a transfer student and I was placed in remedial math, and I remember I used to struggle the first month of school because I would go to the teachers but they would never be there. And once I transferred to Environmental Charter, I was open to that warm hospitality feeling, I wasn't afraid anymore, and I was able to propel through school and actually get up to be at the highest level of math possible.
As of now, I think I'm going to pursue environmental studies and public policy. Because of Environmental Charter High School, I also have been connected with that sustainability concept. And also I would like to work in some sort of government. So I guess I would combine both my interests and make it like an environmental law sort of field. And actually this summer I have an internship with the EPA in DC. So kind of my head start to that career choice.
I picked UCLA because it was like one of the top UCs that accepted me. And then I applied for Earth and Environmental Science. I want to work with the environmental agencies in the future. Like for my majors, like I want to go around places to like just look around the plants, look around all the animals and species around, so I could help protect them.
I chose Brown because I really like their open curriculum and just like the whole atmosphere and environment of the area. It was definitely a place where I could see myself grow. I feel like I have different interests everywhere. Like I'm sort of interested in engineering, public health and international relations and environmental science. So I'm hoping that when I'm at Brown, I can kind of like actually find my real interest.
I'll be attending UC Santa Cruz, and I'm actually going to go in as a mathematician and get my minors in education and bilingual studies. Well, I've always wanted to be a teacher, especially towards little kids, and coming to this country when I was 4 years old, I've always had a hard time with school, but then it has always been that, I don't know, like safety net that just allows me to propel and make my family proud. So I want to be able to give the opportunity to many other kids just like me from this community.
We congratulate Environmental Charter High School and these local students on a job well done. But more is happening with environmental charter schools than meet the eye. They now are expanding their philosophy of excellence with the grand opening of Environmental Charter Middle School in Gardena. Our Lawndale Living camera crew was there to record this historic occasion.
The network of environmental charter schools is growing, and Environmental Charter Middle School Gardena is our newest shining star. The campus is LEED Silver certified by the U.S. Green Building Council, which means it's sustainable and healthy, a healthy place to live, learn, work, and play.
The significance of this is it's a new kind of learning. It's a new way to learn. We are a school that we believe is different than the rest, quoting Dr. Seuss. And so kids really become creative thinkers and critical thinkers, and they start to care about the issues that are within their local communities, and then they become our own superheroes because they start to take the action that we want to have in our communities and make measurable change happen.
The solar panels are a big ability for the school to generate its own power and sort of take partially, at least, the school off the grid so it doesn't have to rely on ongoing external power sources. They're the roll-up doors that provide not only natural daylight but also fresh air, and so it opens up the classrooms to the natural surrounding environment. And then you see a lot of natural daylight and upgraded ventilation in the other classrooms that provide a better learning environment for children. They're definitely recycled materials, natural materials. So the paint is low VOC emissions, and so there are a lot of natural products that were involved and sort of reduce the overall environmental impact, not only to the children and the receptors, but also in the construction process as well. I think anytime we can be a part of a great school supporting a great program like this, and then on top of that deliver a high-performing, high-quality, and fully green school, it's what we do. It's our mission. I mean, we're a nonprofit developer, and so our sole focus is to help support quality schools and quality choices for kids that would otherwise not have an alternative for a quality education in their communities.
It's all tied to the same values that we have to empower our kids, to teach them about the environment and their community, to be public speakers, critical thinkers, and communicators. And I think you can see it here today. It's pretty impressive.
As an independent charter, students can come here from any area, any neighborhood. It doesn't matter. They just apply, and there's no rules for admission. It's just a random lottery. And as far as Environmental Charter Middle School, we're relatively new. We've only been here, this is our third year. Our high school in Lawndale has been around since 2001, since the early days. And I think, just like the high school really operates as kind of an oasis, nestled in between the freeways with lots of fruit trees and rainwater catchment and all these sustainable practices. This campus is going to give us the same opportunity, where we'll have rain barrels and composting and a little living stream eventually, and working with different partners like State Farm, who've helped to fund an environmental service learning project where the environmental charter high school students will come to the middle school, work with our middle schoolers, and really understand and install sustainable practices on our campus.
I think the middle school is great because it builds a foundation for them to enter into. If they go to ECHS, it builds a foundation for them to have. Like, because some kids at my school right now, they didn't have a chance to go to ECMS, so they're kind of new on this environment thing. But when I think the middle schoolers go to the high school, they have a foundation so they could just jump off right away.
The importance is that they get to learn about their environment, and the future is there, so their children is going to be able to have a better environment because of them, and they're going to be able to pass along the message to many people, and that's really effective because more people need to know what's wrong with our environment, and we need everyone to help.
And now kids are teaching the adults about environmental safety, about environmental, don't throw away batteries into the trash, don't throw paint into the trash. Things like that most adults are used to doing.
What we want to do is we're getting kids to care about the local community issues within their local environment, both their human environment and their natural environment, so that they can start to understand those issues, understand the challenges, understand the best practices that our scientists are using to solve those issues, and then take action themselves to make that change. We don't want to scare them. We don't want to say to them, oh, the world's going to fall apart. It's not going to fall apart. You can make the difference that you want to see in the world. These are the issues. Let's go solve them. And when they're empowered and inspired to go solve those issues, everything changes for them.
But that isn't the end of this story. Only 1 week after the grand opening, an amazing event took place where people came together and volunteered to build a brand new playground structure in a single day. Here is a follow-up story to this great achievement.
Today we're working with the CarMax Foundation as well as Kaboom to build a playground in 1 day. But don't let that 1 day fool you, because it took months of planning to figure out how to make it all work and make it get built in 1 day.
Kaboom is a national nonprofit dedicated to saving play, and today we're building a brand new playground here at Environmental Charter School in Gardena, California, with the amazing power of CarMax Foundation and the volunteers from the local community.
The kids actually designed this playground, and we've involved volunteers throughout not only our school community, but from the community around us to help put it together. And the kids, as you can see, are all sort of peering around the corners waiting to see when they'll be able to jump on those swings and slides and have a go at it.
We have over 200 volunteers here mixing over 18,000 pounds of concrete by hand and moving 130 cubic yards of mulch to make this brand new play space possible.
240 volunteers, 140 of them are coming from CarMax Foundation and 140 of them are friends of Environmental Charter Schools.
They know that only 1 in 5 kids live within walking distance of a playground. Average kid today is spending 7.5 hours a day in front of a TV screen. Being able to provide them something that's safe, that they can come out, make friends, have fun, get some exercise. We're glad to be able to help do whatever we can through the CarMax Foundation.
We're changing the face of this community. This was an abandoned church right behind you that we've just converted into a classroom school site with 360 new classroom seats, and in a neighborhood that doesn't have a playground within 1 mile.
It's important for Environmental Charter Middle School because it gives our kids an opportunity to play outside, and it also is important because it models for them something that we're trying really hard to teach them, which is how important it is to be a steward of your environment and a steward of your community. And CarMax and Kaboom are really modeling those values that we want our kids to hold. So they can see that if you work with other people and you think critically and creatively, you can solve a world of problems. I mean, I don't think any of them would have believed that in a day you can build an entire playground plus planter boxes, plus picnic tables, plus art easels, but you can. Many hands make light work, and I think it's a wonderful thing for them to see really dramatically demonstrated.
Environmental charter schools encourage students from all over the area to apply for admission. If you'd like to find out more about this excellent school, you can give them a call at area code 310-214-3400 or you can visit them on the internet at www.ecsonline.org. Healthy living is more than diet, exercise, and environment. It's a frame of mind. Recently, local residents got together to fight for life at the second annual Lawndale Relay for Life. Our field correspondent, Amy Davis, files this report.
I'm here at Roger Anderson Park, where Lawndale is hosting the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life for its second year. Today, the city is joining the fight against cancer by celebrating, remembering, and fighting back against this disease.
Relay for Life is #1 signature fundraiser for the American Cancer Society, but it's also the largest fundraiser nationwide.
This helps bring the community together and for us to get to know one another, and so we can do this fight back against cancer and to help raise money for research, education, and advocacy.
Thank you for your continued dedication to the American Cancer Society.
I haven't met anyone who hasn't been touched by cancer in some way, so it affects everybody.
I think every one of us have been affected some way with cancer. If not yourself, a family member, a neighbor, a co-worker.
This is something we all need to talk about. This is something that it's super important because cancer can tear families apart. It can destroy spirits. It's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible disease, and we've got to fight it.
People should get involved because cancer is like affecting a lot of people, and a lot of people have cancer and they might not know it now. And I think more people should help out in order to prevent some of these from the cancer from progressing and trying to find a cure for cancer.
I feel bad for people who get cancer, and I like to raise money so they could find a solution.
Cancer is at any age. It doesn't start with youngsters, it doesn't start with adults, it just hits everybody.
Early detection is the single most important preventative measure that you can take to guard against cancer.
If you think something's happening, get to a doctor and find out. Don't wait till it's too late.
So many cancers are preventable or even catchable when they're in those very early stages by the prevention, going in, talking to your doctor, and having good discussions about that.
If you're detected early, then they have a better chance, I believe, of helping you, maybe even curing it. If you wait, sometimes it's too late.
I had what they called a colloidal tumor. It was a soft tumor. I would never have felt it. It was soft like toothpaste, and the doctors could do all kinds of palpating, never feel it. I never felt it, and it was the annual mammogram that showed it. So I believe in mammograms.
This has changed my perspective on life completely. I've done a 180-degree turnaround in life, in my perception of life. And every single day is precious. Every single moment is precious.
I have survived the radiation. I took chemo for a while, and I've survived. I've been happy, and I'm glad to be here.
My wife is a survivor, 5 years or more, and of course we count our blessings every day.
It's made me more aware and appreciate everything around me. I knew I had a terrific family before I had cancer, and afterwards I knew that I could never do it without them.
It isn't just the person that has the cancer that's a survivor, it's a family that is the victor of this.
More people should come to Relay for Life next year and come out and help out, even if it's just for a little bit, just to come and support.
I think everyone just needs to do their part to fight back and help in their own way, because together we'll be able to fight this disease.
If you'd like to find out more about Relay for Life or the American Cancer Society, you can call 1-800-227-2345, or you can visit them online at www.cancer.org. The Lawndale Historical Society recently held its first anniversary at the Lawndale Historical Society Museum. Local dignitaries and interested residents were amazed at the rich history of Lawndale that is on display. Our field correspondent Tanisha Livingston was there to cover the festivities.
We're here today celebrating the first anniversary of the Lawndale Historical Society Museum.
This is our first anniversary of opening this lovely facility here. We have 3 different rooms. The first room is where we do our bookkeeping and getting things ready, scrapbooks, all the old memories of Lawndale, dating quite a ways back, when before sidewalks and when the schools were just getting built. If indeed anyone has memorabilia, we would love to have it. And we have scrapbooks, and if people want to volunteer their time, I'm sure we could use their help. Then we have the room in the middle here where I'm sitting in front of this lovely piano. We have other little things that we have and pictures and things around. The third room has cabinets of old things like things that were made in Lawndale or whatever way back in the 50s and even beyond that. So what we're doing is trying to keep all these records of things that have happened way back when.
This is just a copy for the Historical Society. So anybody can come in and read. I got some pictures in the back, scenes in Lawndale, you know. I don't know, probably can't see it on the camera there, but it shows the different businesses. This is an the old Tumbleweed Ranch. It was on Condon Avenue. This is a copy for the Lawndale Historical Society. Anybody wants to come in and read in it or look at the pictures. And this is the mascot of Lawndale. It used to be called Billy Goat. Lawndale used to be called Billy Goat Acres. Towns like Hawthorne and Inglewood, Torrance, Redondo would always make fun of us being rural because we had a lot of goats and animals.
I think that what they'll come away with is just looking at some of the things that's changed. I'm one of those people that went across Hawthorne Boulevard in a boat, and I could tell some people about that, but a lot of people wouldn't believe it ever happened because, we've always had storm drains. We've always had sidewalks. We've always had streetlights. No, we haven't.
Just bringing back memories of myself and trying to see pictures of storefronts that were, I remember.
I think it's very important because we need to know the history of Lawndale. Our young people are growing up not knowing a lot of things. They don't know things like, not many people know that, like the Los Angeles County Fair was originally started in Lawndale before it moved to Pomona. Did you know that? Are you aware of that?
Well, because I'm an old timer here, and it's 80 years in the city of Lawndale. I think this is an important part of the city, and I have brought people here in the last 4 months that were gone from Lawndale for 40, 50 years, and they're amazed at some of the things we've done here. The library, the community center, and having something that's going to advertise our history as we're doing it here.
Reporting for Lawndale Living, I'm Tanisha Livingston.
If you'd like to find out more about the Historical Society or to visit the museum yourself, you can visit them online at www.lawndalehistoricalsite.com, or you can visit the museum Wednesday afternoons at 14616 Gravilla Avenue. And now it's time to take a look at some of the great events and programs coming your way with the Lawndale Living Community Calendar. Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of Lawndale Living. If you'd like to find out more about any of the programs you've seen on the show today, give us a call at area code 310-973-3200 or go to the city's website at www.lawndalecity.org. And if you have an idea for an upcoming episode of Lawndale Living, or if you have any questions, you can give Lawndale City TV a call at area code 310-973-3259 or visit us on the web at www.lawndalecity.org. And if you'd like to find out what's on Lawndale City TV, you can check out the program guide at www.lawndalecity.org/TV guide. For all those here at Lawndale City TV and City Hall, I'm your host, Anita Callett-Barry. We'll see you next time.